Since 2019, SLS returns to Southern California, the birthplace of skateboarding and a mecca for skateboarders to this day. Today we're in San Diego, famous for beaches, sunshine, amazing views, but for skaters, it's all about the spots. Welcome inside Viejas Arena at SDSU, the site of SLS San Diego, presented by Cup Noodles, where today the best skateboarders in the world are on the course for the women's final. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm Paul Zitzer along with Alex White. Alex, it's already been an insane day.
Yeah, those knockout rounds were fierce, and now we're down to the women's final.
It's going to be an incredible final. Women's kicking things off, followed by the men's. Take a look now at the women's start list. The top 6 skaters coming through the knockout rounds. First in will be Funa Nakayama from Japan, Momiji Nishiya, Covell, Liz Akama, Yumeka Oda, and Rayssa Leal from Brazil. Alex, who you liking out here?
I mean, those knockout rounds were so competitive. It's really awesome to see who made it through, but Rayssa Leal is on point. You know, she is the most winning woman of all time for Street League, and she looked like the knockout rounds were a breeze for her. So landing tricks like that back tail down the handrail, there's more to come. And also, I gotta mention Covell. She won 3 out of the last 4 stops for Street League. She's on fire, she's on the rise. The two of them head to head is gonna be a really interesting matchup.
I agree, but I am really looking forward to one of these Japanese skaters shaking things up. I think it could go to Momiji Nishiya, Olympic gold medalist. She's finished 2nd place in Street League 4 different times. She is due for a win. Let's talk about how the finals works with the basics. Brought to you by Tech Deck. There are 2 sections to Street League. First, the line section. Each skater gets 2 45-second line attempts, followed by 5 single trick attempts, and a skater's top 4 scores count towards their final score, with a maximum of 1 line score, but it's not required. Now let's meet the 3rd member of our team, Andrew Cannon.
Thanks, guys. I'm down here right next to this amazing course. California Skate Parks comes out and builds them every single time. And this one is super cool and unique. We've got some different obstacles. We've got the King Tubba. We've got that cool Cup Noodles obstacle out there. It's like the bank to ledge, into the bank, and then the rail. The skaters have all been ripping this rail. We saw it in the women's knockout rounds, and I am sure we are going to see all the skaters continue to step things up here in the finals. Let's hear the skaters break it down in the course preview presented by Rumble Sports.
I think it's awesome. I think they're all awesome. They're really fun.
I love it.
Yeah?
Best course.
It was a little weird at first, kind of hard to warm up, but it's been super fun skating it.
Yeah, the old bike is fun to skate, but it's a little hard.
The course is sick, man. Definitely different.
Definitely a fun skate park, cool obstacles. I mean, it's sick that they incorporated like the legendary San Diego over the chain in the bank.
Favorite obstacle, I would say, I like the King Tubba because it's almost like a flat ledge, you know?
The rail is like small, but it's kind of scary, but it's okay.
I really like that like long ledge over there.
I love the chain thing, going up. I love going only up, quick fit, going up and going down the chain. It's scary, but it's really good. I really love it.
I'm so hyped. We're back in California, man. It's so easy. I just drove here from my house, you know. Tomorrow I'm gonna bring the whole fam. It's nice to have an event, you know, close to home.
Yeah, I'm excited to just do it in California because I mean, it's one of the meccas of skateboarding, so having a crowd out here is probably gonna be perfect.
Let's meet the 6 skaters in tonight's final. First in, one of 4 Japanese skaters, Funa Nakayama.
Next coming in, Olympic gold medalist Momiji Nishiya.
Winner of 3 of the last 4 SLS stops, the 14-year-old from Australia, Covell.
And coming off a win from the SLS Apex event, Liz Akama.
Another skater who has come this close a couple of times. Second place, Yumeka Oda. Can she do it tonight?
And the young queen herself, the most winning woman of all time for Street League, Rayssa Leal.
It's an incredible expanded tour schedule this year. 8 stops for the SLS season. We kick things off in Paris in February, where we saw Aurélien Giraud get it done in front of the hometown crowd and Chloe Covell on the women's side. And then we moved on to Las Vegas. Yuta Horigome and Liz Akama for the wins. Now we're in San Diego. We got 2 more Apex stops coming up. And then on October 12th through 13, we're going back to Sydney, Australia, and then rounding out the rest of the year in Tokyo, Japan, and Brazil Super Crown Final in December. Who is going to win tonight? Women's final, top 6 skaters in the world. First one in, Funa Nakayama, one of 4 Japanese skaters here tonight. She placed 6th in Paris in February. She is looking for her first ever win in Street League.
All right, Funa kicking it off with that backside lip slide. First skater in, there's always a little bit of nerves here, but Funa hardly ever shows them. Little blunt transfer.
And I always think there's a little bit of an advantage also being first skater in, because you were just skating. You just got to warm up and go straight into your run, so you didn't have to let those nerves settle in too bad.
She's looking solid, that frontside lip slide, pushing hard across the course, making her way back up. Patented Funa Nakayama front crooks.
Beautiful.
Following it up with a heel flip off the bump. A few more seconds on the clock. Can she get one more trick before the buzzer goes off?
Perfectly timed, front 50 through the double kink to end it. Funa Nakayama. She has the tricks, and strategy can go a really long way, packing in the entire run, finishing strong.
There's Funa. That's how she started off the run. That back lip down that handrail that Rayssa described as a little scary. There's that frontside lip slide in the run. And here, she does these so well, Paul. Front crooks, pop out.
First line score in 6.4 to kick things off. Great score. In next, from Japan, Olympic gold medalist, 4-time second place finisher, Momiji.
Yeah, I like how she's rocking out to her own tunes there. Started off with a big bump over to lip slide, frontside ollie up on the quarter pipe to turn around. Smooth style. Nollie heel. I like how Momiji's not leaving any part of the course untouched. She's hitting everything as she goes and links up her tricks. No slide through the king hubba.
She is one of the more well-rounded skaters in the world.
And stylish too. There's that front Smith, pop out. Front shove. Setting herself up here for possibly the last trick of her opening line.
The end of her line, going down on the heel flip over the tribute chain to bank spot, famous in San Diego forever. Everybody knows it as the one Tom Penny shut down. But there are so many tricks that went down on that spot over the years. But back to Momiji.
Yeah, Momiji was on her way to a perfect opening run. It's unfortunate that heel flip just got away from her.
5.2, still in the mix with that score. But as we know in the final, every point counts. Women's all-time highest scored lines, Rayssa Leal up on top with a 9. Chloe's in there 3 times.
Yeah, Chloe Covell knows how to pick out these really sophisticated runs. She uses the whole course. She goes switch. Switch, flipping it up.
Proper.
Heading over into the chain spot, kick flipping it in. She's looking good out here. Nose grind up. I'm always amazed at how young she is and how well she handles this pressure. Frontside 180.
Yeah,
few more seconds.
We've come to expect that she's going to stay on, and she does.
At the buzzer, getting the 50-50 across that long cup noodles rail.
She's only been skating SLS events since 2022. That was 2 years ago. She's made every final. Cup noodles replay of the frontside feeble.
Here's that kick flip. Caught it well above the chain. Plenty of time to stomp it down into the bank. Here's that frontside 180 replay. Turning her shoulders around. Riding away switch.
Should be a great score. 7.2.
It's a nice relief for the skaters. You get that first completed run. Feeling good, you're in a good spot. One of your run scores can go towards your final.
Liz Akama in next. She just took the win at Apex Las Vegas. She can get it done here too.
There's that backsmith starting it off on this run. Board slide coming in fakie. Little fakie frontside big spin to turn around. Backside 50-50 through the kink. Frontside 360. Liz looking real calm out here. Dropping back in. Getting some speed over the bump. What she got here? Oh, trying that front big heel.
We saw her put that down in the knockout round. Super tech trick. Not happening here. And that's time. Run number 1, Liz Akama. She'll have to look to run number 2 to clean it all up.
Here's how she started off. Big backside Smith on that long handrail there. Hanging on. It's that back 50 through the kink hubba. Looking really solid, following it up right away. Frontside 360 off the bump. She can throw a frontside. She's got the trick. Just a score to tie your shoes at. She looks unfazed.
Yumeka Oda coming in for her first of 2.
Okay, Mika choosing to start off with the frontside feeble. Yumeka has this ability to step up into the next gear when she needs to. Frontside 180, switch flipping it up.
She's coming off a 3rd place finish from Paris in February. Always consistent, doing it here.
Yeah, Yumeka is the proud owner of the highest single scoring trick for a woman, a 9.4 for kickflip front feeble back in Jacksonville. So you know she's got the tricks. And she keeps progressing every single street league. Yumeka comes out with more stuff. Nice kick flipping it over the chain, over the gap. That was different from what we saw in the knockout runs.
Expertly timed, finishing with about 1 second left on the clock.
Here's how it started off, frontside feeble, textbook. Here's that kickflip in, over the chain, into the bank. And then down the gap too, for good measure.
.5, good enough for 2nd place. Great start. We've talked so much about how clutch of a skater Rayssa is. So much success, and yet she's still on the rise. Let's hear more from her about this event in the Pro Perspective presented by Cup Noodles.
Quando tem campeonato em Califórnia, é algo bem parecido com o Brasil, porque lota muito, as pessoas que andam de skate vão para evento, para assistir, acompanhar, ver um dos melhores skatistas andando. E eu acho isso muito doido, porque é o mesmo sentimento de estar competindo no Brasil, de estar lotado, da torcida. E a última vez que eu competi em Califórnia foi 2019, em LA. Foi bem legal. E é isso, tô bem ansiosa. Minha meta para esse Street League desse ano é ter mais na club. Se, óbvio, a gente quer se investir, acertar as manobras e estar no pódio. Mas se não vier, tá tudo bem, mas quero ter ali uma sequência de Nine Club, que eu acho muito da hora.
Rayssa Leal chasing her first win for this year, but she's won 8 of the last 12 stops.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that Rayssa hasn't won this year yet. Starting off with that backside Smith, straight into the kickflip. Ollie transfer, making her way to the other side of the course now, pushing for some speed. She got here, bump up to Crooks.
And you said it, Alex, just making it look easy, casual.
Oh, I love that.
She knows she's going to make her tricks. She seems to be skating at about 60%.
Yeah, that's what's so magical about Rayssa's skating. She can skate at this level right now. She can calibrate and ramp up, and she can do it so intentionally. Timing the end of this run really well here. 5 seconds on the clock. One last trick. Nose grind.
Bolts.
Well done.
That run had it all.
It's crazy to think 5 years ago she was that little kid, SLS, in Los Angeles, growing up into a proper skater here.
There's the Bank of Brazil replay of that backside Smith. One of many incredible moves. Front blunt transfer into the bank.
Here's how she finished off that nose grind.
You know it's going to be a huge score. 7.7 leader.
All right, that's good to see.
You're watching SLS San Diego presented by Cup Noodles. This is the women's final. Rayssa Leal, your leader, coming back with second runs when we return. Street League Skateboarding is brought to you by Cup Noodles, now in a microwavable paper cup. By Monster Energy, unleash the beast. By Kona Big Wave, bring the aloha. And by Cariuma, old school sneaker, new school ethics. Welcome back to San Diego, California, one of the most beautiful cities in the world, with some of the richest skateboard history out. Started with the Del Mar Skate Ranch back in the 80s and Transworld Skateboarding magazine. There's Chloe Covell. With her continued success, Chloe's influence is on the rise around the globe. Let's hear her take on it in this Pro Perspective presented by Cup Noodles.
Yeah, it's crazy, like going down to the local skate park and then like little skater girls and boys are just like, oh, that's Chloe Covell, that's follow the flow, and then asking me how to do tricks, and I just give my best advice. And like, to be one of the girls that are making that progression go up is crazy. I guess you just got to keep doing it so you can make it progress even faster and bigger. All of them are amazing to watch, like they're insane skaters, but Momiji and Rayssa just set the tone for women's skating, and like, yeah, I guess all of us are just making the progression go really fast, which is amazing because then other girls can keep coming up and doing what we're doing. My goals are just to have fun, just skating with the girls and enjoying it, enjoying skating.
Well, there's Chloe right there. You know, Chloe is such a great ambassador for women's skateboarding, too. She can't even go to her local park anymore without getting mobbed, but it doesn't seem to bother her, and she's just all about the progression and the camaraderie.
And still just a kid herself. She's going to have another good 20 years at least.
Yeah, those two right there. Those three right there. I mean, every woman in this final, too, but man, some really influential young skaters on screen right there.
Taking a look there at our current leader, Rayssa Leal from Brazil, after the first of 2 runs, picking things back up in run 2 of the women's final here in San Diego. Funa Nakayama in for her second run, currently in 4th place. Got a 6.4 on her first run.
All right, Funa back in. Backside, lip slide. Similar way to how she started off her first line. There's that blunt transfer. Pushing hard over the other side. Backside heel flip this time, stepping it up. She knows she's gonna have to put more tricks down to up that score. Frontside lip slide.
She is putting it all together.
Turn it around, get that front crooks, pop out. Ollie up to 50-50 on the bump to King Hubba on the way up. Backside heel flip, snagging it, going into the grass. And have a seat. Funa.
That was a solid finish.
Yeah.
Back heel on the bank. Again, Funa Nakayama famously got the cover of Thrasher with the front crook, her signature move down the Hollywood 16. But you know, she has so many more tricks. It's not just the front crook.
Now, it's a pretty interesting way to end your run right there on a backside heel on the bank. You know, she's making the most of where she ended up at the end of that run.
.2. So she is going to stick with that 6.4 from run number 1. Moving on, Momiji Nishiya in 5th.
I'm always so curious what the skaters are actually listening to out there on the course.
They should have to turn in their playlist.
Big gap out to front lip, frontside ollie, turn it around. Proper little ollie, didn't even move her arms. Nollie heel flip. Looking solid. Coming around to the King Hubba. No slide through the kinks. Easy as does.
Momiji has won just about everything in skateboarding so far, except an SLS stop.
Yeah, you're 4 times runner-up, too, which is an amazing feat in itself. But we know that Momiji Nishiya wants that trophy. She wants that first place spot.
Could happen tonight.
All right, let's see if this heel flip. There she goes.
Over the chain, into the bank.
I love how Momiji kind of feels it too. You know, she's kind of, you know, practiced and she's put together, and then sometimes when something happens that she's really happy for, she'll like break a little bit, she'll smile. Her body language will even drop a little bit more casually. There's that frontside lip slide, starting things off. There's that no slide through the kink. Heel flipping it in. You know, when she was a really young competitor, when she was like 11 and 12 during the Olympic qualifier season, she was really kind of tense and she would get really competitive, and now to see her kind of fully formed and calm and just, you know, confident is such a wonderful journey to watch Momiji Nishiya.
7.3. Interestingly, really, when she won the Olympics, that was her first big win. Like, she went from just kind of being around to winning the Olympics. Pretty amazing. Here is Chloe Covell for her second run of 2 here in the women's final from San Diego.
Now Chloe's known for getting these really high scoring lines done. Starting off with that front feeble, into the nollie flip, coming back around switch. Got some speed here. Switch flip. Oh, she tried to switch frontside flip, but did not bring it around. I like that she's going back at it. Frontside 180 into the bank, over the chain.
That's scary.
You got to think, you know, when you miss a trick, your brain kind of scrambles a little bit, and you have to calm back down again. Reset. There she goes on that nose grind up. Good recovery. Kick flip.
All day. She's so consistent with her flip tricks. And she can switch flip pretty much just as consistently, which is mind-blowing.
Here's Covell starting off with that frontside feeble. Here's that frontside 180 over the chain into the bank. Here's what you're talking about, Paul. These super confident, super comfortable with kickflips. You know, one thing I notice about Chloe, when she's sitting on the sideline, she's always standing on her board and flipping her board and flipping her board and flipping her board. She doesn't really step off her board very often, so I think that's part of the reason why she's become so practiced, so consistent with her flip tricks.
I mean, we, as skaters, we know that's what it takes. Being, like, living on your board.
Yeah.
Liz Akama coming off that win in Las Vegas, here in the final in San Diego.
Strong start, back Smith. 50-50 across the court pipe, coming back around. That little board slide, coming in fakie. Fakie frontside, big spin up.
Nice combos.
Back 50-50 through the King Cubba. Frontside 360. You know, you love when skaters link tricks like that back to back really fast, and they kind of make sense. You know, you come out fakie on one trick, then you turn around, do a switch trick.
No, definitely. I've always thought if you're going fakie, you should have to do a trick.
Oh, there you go.
Big heel.
Sick.
I mean, we know there's no rules in skateboarding, but we have a million of them in our minds, right?
Frontside 180 at the buzzer and coming off. I'm not sure if the buzzer chimed before she hit her tail or after, but we'll see in the score line.
A great run regardless leading up to that. Making the front big heel this time.
Love this textbook back Smith. Front hand looking a little bit like Mike Carroll. Here's that front big heel. Hanging on.
So trying to improve from the 5-1. She does it, moves up with a 6.0, but stays in 6th place. But it all helps. They're all pretty close in scores. 7-7.
Yeah.
Down to 6. No one's out of the running. Yumeka back in. Coming off that 3rd place in Paris in February.
Yeah, she's had some podium finishes. Never a win yet. There's that frontside feeble.
Other than Liz getting that win at Apex, yeah, these Japanese skaters have been right there time and time again and haven't won an arena stop.
Yeah. Keep flipping it over the chain, into the bank. Famous San Diego spot, replica. Pushing out that front side Smith grind, popping it out. Yumeka coming back around. All right, just coming in. Kick flip in the gap. Oh, got wheel bit. So sometimes when you land high impact and you're a little too far forward, your wheel will pop up into your deck and just stop you. It's like slamming on an emergency brake.
That's why you see skaters waxing their wheel wells.
That's a little secret, yeah. Wax the wheel wells. There's that frontside feeble, how she started it off. Beautiful kickflip over the chain into the bank.
Had the 6.5 on the first go and is going to have to stick with that as we move into single tricks. But first,
Yeah, when she slammed, she landed on her wrist, that wrist that's already probably not feeling that great because it's all wrapped up.
Look at these stats for Rayssa. Consistency in the line section is at 91%.
All right, starting it off with the frontside nose grind, moving into a kickflip. Linking it up with a little grind across the quarter pipe, making her way across the course. Nice speed. Back Smith, up the bump to Hubba. Switching it up here on run number 2 for Rayssa. There's that front blunt transfer. Love how she holds it, drags it out, kind of turns into a backside tail slide. Beautiful 360 flip up the bump.
Let me ask you this, Alex. Can Rayssa be beat when she's at her best? Is anyone out here really able to take her down?
Ooh, backside lip to fake it. You know, that is a really good question. I think that Chloe's giving her a good run for her money right now. But when Rayssa's looking this confident, this solid, landing these hard tricks, she is so tough to beat. See, that's why she's a 2-time Super Crown champ. She also really feeds off the crowd. I feel like Rayssa likes a loud crowd. She likes a lot of people in the stands, you know?
Right. You see her getting in that groove, feeling it, having fun. You know that helps. If you're not uptight and nervous, you already have the advantage. And just like you said, holding that front blunt to back tail transfer, so good.
And I love that she's choosing to go back lip and then throw those shoulders into fakie. Much harder than it seems. You know, say back lip to fakie, you don't think it's that hard, but it's actually a really hard trick to bring around.
7.5, so not an improvement.
That's really strange. I don't know why that score came through like that. I'm sorry, that one threw me off a little bit.
There's a look at Chloe Covell, currently in 3rd place. And the 2024 season is in full swing. Let's take a trip back to stops 1 and 2 in the look back presented by Kariyuma. Welcome back inside Viejas Arena at SDSU. This is SLS San Diego presented by Cup Noodles. We're in the women's final. We're gonna take a look at the re-racked start list brought to you by Jones Soda. With the line section in the books, as we move on to the 5 single trick attempts, Liz Akama will be coming in first, followed by Funa Nakayama, Yumeka Oda, Chloe Covell, Momiji Nishiya, and Rayssa Leal will have final say. It's time for the G-Shock time capsule. We're kicking back to 2022 Jacksonville, where Yumeka Oda scored a 9.4 with the kickflip frontside feeble grind. That score remains the highest scored women's single trick score in SLS history.
Yeah, that moment, we were both there, was phenomenal. I mean, it was groundbreaking. And just for comparison, you go back to 2017, Chaz Ortiz also got a 9.1 for the same trick. So if you measure where women's skateboarding is versus men's skateboarding right now, you're looking at the same trick and both the 9 club 7 years later, 6 years later.
Here's the all-time women's highest scored tricks. Yumeka Oda up on top with a 9.4. Momiji there with a 9.2. Yumeka there again. Chloe with the 9s. Where's Rayssa? Where is Rayssa? Now let's take a look once again at the SLS format with the basics, brought to you by Tech Deck. There's 2 sections, the Street League, the line section, which we just saw, 2 45-second line attempts, over and out. Now, 5 single trick attempts from each skater. A skater's top 4 scores count towards their final, with a maximum of 1 line score counting, but it's not required. But we just saw the line section go down. Pretty tight group of scores. Rayssa up on top with a 7.7, Akama in 6th with a 6.0. So nobody's out of the mix. Everybody's in contention, and either way, you can win it with 4 single trick scores.
Yeah, and Liz likes that rule because this is where Liz Akama shines. She has a phenomenal bag of tricks. There's that barley grind, bringing it back around to regular. That is such a high hang-up factor trick. And
it's such a classically great trick. Everyone loves a good barley grind. She does it incredibly, and taking it back to forward is always such a nice
And it's a unique trick. You know, I want to ask Liz Akama, and I'm like, where did you pick up barley grinds too? Because it's a little bit of a throwback trick. Not a lot of people do it, but she must have figured it out, you know, when she was a kid skating and just stuck with it.
It works for her, big time. 8 even. So highest score of the final so far with 1 trick. Funa Nakayama coming in next. And we've seen her make up a lot of ground in single tricks.
Yeah, she again has her special move, which is the front crooks. There she goes.
Just get that out of the way early. Get that score, move on. And you've talked about how loose that front truck is. It's like her whole setup is geared towards that trick.
Yeah, she's kind of designed it for this. Now watch her ollie up. You can almost see her front truck kind of wiggle as she locks in perfectly. She must have the, you know, most grinded grind mark on her front truck. She's been doing that trick so much. Locked in perfectly, landed it smooth. Yeah, Funa.
7.5, great score. Funa's in 2nd. Yumeka.
Interesting tactic. You can see a little twitching of her hands. She's kind of like skate thinking, skate sign languaging. What she got here? Going for it. That's the trick we wanted to see, but man, did she get smoked on that one.
This is a long rail. Okay, it's the height of an 8,
yeah,
but it's the distance of 12.
And comparing it to that Jacksonville rail, it was a steep rail. It was a really steep rail, so there's less of a, you know, you have to ollie up as high to get onto it. So she's gonna have to work her way through this.
Chloe Covell, winner of 3 of the last 4 stops. Can she keep it going? Her first of 5 single trick attempts here. Backsmith.
Very nice. Textbook backsmith. Yeah, surprisingly, I think Chloe Covell doesn't have one of those top women's scores of all time. Or Rayssa does. Chloe's top scores come for her runs. There's that backsmith. Textbook backsmith.
6'8", new leader. He's like, yep. Just doing what I came to do. Momiji Nishiya.
Okay, Momiji dropping in. Looking at the big bump rail. Big gap out ollie backflip. I like that Momiji's choosing that feature to skate.
What do you think? The difference between gap back lip there versus a back lip down the standard.
I think the gap back lip, I think, has been scoring higher so far. I think there's more that can go wrong. It's faster. You kind of have to get up and over the rail. Both are really difficult tricks. Here's that ollieing it over, swinging that back foot around, looking down at her, spotting her landing.
You're right, though. We're definitely seeing a lot more people skate the rail on the stairs than the gap to rail.
There you go.
7-7. Huge score. Second highest score of the night so far. Liz has the highest with the 8. Rayssa. First of 5. Here we go.
Sizing up the rail. Back tail! So easy. It's so awesome to watch how she has that trick now.
Yeah.
Over the years, just working on it, and now she's just like, does it, no problem. Look how easy she makes this look, Paul.
Bank of Brazil replay, back tail. I know, it's unbelievable. That trick is so hard, and she makes it look like nothing. 7-8.
Very nice.
Second highest score of the night. Again, Liz Akama with the barley grind back to forward got the 8. So the judges really do appreciate uniqueness.
Yeah.
It's always going to score higher. It's going to score higher than maybe harder tricks that are more common.
Here's Liz. What she got to pull out of her bag now? Oh, I love that trick. Front feeble frontside 180 out. Liz is just going for it, you know. That is going to be a huge score if she can pull that around.
Funa. All right, she did the front crook. Where does she go from here?
Now this is the final. I'm curious if she's going to go out to the big bump to rail or stick to this rail right here. Looks like she's aiming up, big bump to rail. Backflip 2.
Nice. Momiji Nishiya got the 7.7 for the gap back lip.
Here's a big ollie out, turning her shoulders backside, spotting her landing. And you can see how loose her trucks are too as she rolls away. She was kind of on her heels a little bit, but beautifully executed. Recovers before the quarter pipe.
7.7. Judges keeping it consistent. Funa up on top, first skater with 3 scores posted. 4 scores count. I bet you're trying to get, really you're trying to get as close to 40 as you can. Could be the highest ever possible score in Street League. Yumeka Oda on deck.
Cool.
Consistency, 47%. Average trick score, 6.1. Top score, we already talked about that one, 9.4.
Oh, she lands the kickflip front board. I think she may have been going for a kickflip front people, but that is just amazing athleticism to come around and still stay on your board and land it.
I want to take another look because there is a chance she might have
just switch it up, yeah.
Might have spooked her with the kickflip front feeble. No, I mean it was somewhere.
Somewhere between.
Somewhere between. Maybe we'll never know.
Just judging, yeah, no, it looks like kickflip front board from that angle. I was watching her back foot try to slam that back truck into the rail, but looks like she just changed it up real quick.
8.3.
Hey, if you can do that trick and you can do kickflip front people, do them both.
Yeah. 8.3, highest scored trick of the night. Chloe Covell, second of 5 attempts.
Big Chloe aiming up the big bump to rail. Kick flipping it over. It's a scary obstacle to size up. There's a big bar going across it that can catch your feet.
What would you want to do? Kickflip over, try the kickflip over the bar or go for the gap to back lip?
I can't do either of those things, Paul. But no. Maybe over the bar just because, you know,
safer.
Like throw myself.
Yeah.
Benihana over the bar, I don't know.
I want to see that. 7.4, great score. Chloe Covell moves up into second place. 0.2 of a point behind Funa. And Momiji Nishiya in for her second of 5.
Taking a second to reset. Momiji's in. She's looking for it. Oh, she had that big ollie up to front salad. And the angle she's coming at right there, she has to go right up over that bar and then push that truck down into the rail. A lot of precision with that trick.
Rayssa just needs a 6.2 to move into the lead.
All right, Rayssa's in, eyeing up the rail.
Oh, shove it! Oh, that was so good. Come on, let's get Rayssa on that all-time scoring list, right?
Yes. I mean, front blunt, shove it, first go. We saw her in this last Nike part do that on the Silmar rail. Bringing it to Street League there, locking in that front blunt, little kick out to push the board around.
She basically just drops it down, like just relax, let it happen, ride out like a boss.
Not overdoing it, yeah.
Wow. So the 6.2 is a gimme.
8.8. Sitting on a very solid looking scoreline already with that 7.7, 7.8, 8.8. Stepping it up.
Download TrueSkate on your mobile and enter the live SLS San Diego event. Complete all the missions in the event to unlock a virtual replica of today's championship course. Play now to skate the same course as the SLS pros. Back to the top of the order. Third of 5 attempts. Akama in 6th. Coming off a huge score, though.
Frontside feeble, frontside
oh! Now she's got pressure.
Yeah, she's got to land those last 2 trick attempts. But man, you know, she just doesn't feel pressure like the rest of us. Did the interview with her after Apex. She said she felt no pressure in that event. No stress.
Still the best interview answer ever.
No. Are you stressed? No.
Nope. Do you feel any pressure? Nope.
Nope.
Nah.
I was like, okay.
Funa in 2nd. This will be her 4th score if she lands this trick.
Oh! Backside nose grind. The progression on the women's side, the stuff that they're just trying right now, mind-blowing.
Yumeka. Where's she gonna go?
Whoop, reset. Saw her back foot on the tail popped off a little bit when she rolled down the ramp. She wants to be solidly set up going into that trick. Take your time. Focus, so much focus. Is that skate sign language? She's kick flipping into something.
Oh, okay. Yep, kick flip, front feeble.
She got closer there.
She'll have 2 more tries, but she's got to get 2 scores.
Yeah, she's thinking that scored her at 9.4 before.
Yeah.
That'll break her in.
Goes a long way. Chloe Covell, consistency 54%, average trick score 6.6, top score at 9. That frontside 50-50 kickflip, always good for the 9.
That got her the 9, yeah.
Can she do it down this one right here?
Oof. Well, she's coming in switch right now. Ooh, trying to switch flip over the chain into the gap. A little frustration there.
She hit the chain.
You know, that messes with your mind. You're looking at a chain. You don't want to catch your feet on the chain. You don't want to catch your board on the chain. You have to pop so high and so early.
You're right, and you don't see a chain like you see a wall or something.
Yes, yeah.
It's easy to mess with your perception. Momiji back in.
Oh, precision. Momiji Nishiya alling over, sticking that truck into this frontside salad position.
That is such a classy move.
It is classy. I love that.
It's an awesome trick. It just looks good.
I love how fast Momiji skates too. She's always kind of like cooking when she's getting up to the tricks. She always so high up over that and then had to put the truck down like a whole foot to get it in contact with the rail.
8, huge score. She's in second.
She's chipping away.
Rayssa still 1.3 in the lead. She can only add to that now. 8.8 last trick, tied for her career high. Very interesting to see that.
She's got more in the tank here. Ooh, kickflip. Going for kickflip front foot board, maybe. You know she can do that one. You know she can do kickflip front one, too.
I mean, I believe she can do any trick that exists on a skateboard.
Yeah. I've seen her do it at her skate park, at her house.
Rayssa, even with the fall, stays in the lead. Attempt number 4 right here. Back to the top of the order.
Liz, frontside feeble, frontside 180. You know, sometimes when you pull out of tricks frontside, your back shoulder wants to become your front shoulder again. It squirrels you out.
Well, that is just one of those tricks that wasn't meant to be turned frontside.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, how can we make a really hard trick more difficult? Right here.
Oh, I hope she lands that.
It's essentially taking her out of contention.
Yeah.
But we still want to see it. Funa Nakayama needs a 2.8 to move into the lead.
Oh.
Back over crook. I mean, it is very similar to the front crook, basically just going over the other side to get into the same trick.
Yeah,
but we know it's still a totally different trick. If you're going to learn it, everything's hard. Yumeka.
I love watching Yumeka's process here. She wants the crowd to get behind her. She wants to get hyped up here. Crowd is loud. Here she goes, 4th attempt. Oh! Got the truck on.
Next one's a make.
Gotta be.
Chloe Covell on deck in 4th place.
Chloe had tried that switch flip over the chain and got stuck. Her board got caught on the rail, on the chain.
So anything she makes, she's going to move into 1st place. But it's still, a lot of it's a matter of how many people have 4 scores up or not.
Chloe just giving it a couple practices, getting pumped up. Rolling in, set up well. Oh.
You could see it carving in switch backside's a little weird.
Yeah, the way she has to line herself up to go over that chain right there. It's a funny roll up. You know, Chloe's so mature. She knows, for 14 years old, she knows how to calm down, set her nerves, reset. There she goes. Switch flip.
Amazing. So consistent.
So
cool. 1 out of 2.
So cool to watch that process right there. You know, all eyes are on you. There's so much to split your attention right there. And she remained focused, she reset, and she did it on her terms. She is quite a competitor. There's that big switch flip. So beautiful, caught so well. Flicking it out.
Perfection.
And the relief. She's skating real good. Nice score.
Huge. 29.8 overall score. Momiji on deck.
Momiji's about to get tech.
6.9 puts her in the lead.
Oh, crooks nollie heel out.
Okay, if she makes that, she will get a 6.9. But in the meantime, Chloe will have another chance to improve her score, etc. We'll see. Rayssa, a 5.6, puts her back in the lead.
Now, Rayssa, we saw her kind of airball that kickflip front board attempt, kickflip into something attempt that we saw in that last go. This is a long rail. She said she didn't really love this rail so much when she got here. Kickflip from board.
Wow.
With authority.
She will be reclaiming the lead. If you had to write the script for this event, it would go just like this.
There's that. So well executed, Paul. Kickflipping it over, pointing the board 90 degrees, sliding the rail, turning back 90 degrees.
.3, 32.6. Look at that score. That is going to put her in a really comfortable position to win this stop from San Diego.
You hear her right there say, she says, back to back, let's do this. She wants to see Yumeka do it. That's the camaraderie, that's the progression and encouragement we see on the women's side.
So before single trick attempt number 5, which will determine the winner, we're gonna re-rack courtesy of Jones Soda. The 4 Japanese skaters will be coming in first, starting with Liz Akama, Yumeka Oda, Funa, Momiji, and then Chloe, and finally Rayssa Leal, current leader. Last go.
Liz, she's working her mind, she's trying to figure out how she's going to do that frontside people, frontside 180 out. She was so close on the last couple attempts. She doesn't feel pressure, but if she did, it would be right now.
She's trying to get onto the podium with a 9.1.
There, oh my, I almost called it. It looked like she had it. It looked like she was rolling away.
It really did.
Liz Akama, a force to be reckoned with.
4 really, really close attempts, but it's not to be here in San Diego. Moving on to Yumeka Oda, also trying to get on the podium, needs an 8.3.
Okay, quick reset.
We know she can crack into the 9s. She can get there. She's got to stay on.
Get that focus. Eyeing up the rail. Oh, she got into it, but she got stuck and slid out.
I thought that one was going to be a make.
I did too. So close. If you give her one more, she's got it. Rebate. Great skating from Yumeka.
Funa Nakayama in 4th place. She needs to land this to crack into the top 3. If she doesn't, then the podium is set. It's only a question of what order.
Okay, looks like she's going backside again. Oh, so close.
Wow.
Wow, so there's your podium. It's all coming down to this. Momiji Nishiya, Covell, Leal. They can change it up.
The podium is set. It's just a question of what order. Momiji, Chloe Covell, and Rayssa, current leader.
Yeah, that's an advantage. Rayssa can watch right now. She's in the power position.
So those are the 3 remaining skaters, and we're going to send in Momiji. Needs a 9.7.
Okay, killing off some speed there. Crooks locking it in. Oh, and she landed on the board, but it slipped out. She was so close.
Hey, Crooks down a double kink to nollie heel out. Could have been that 9.7, but we'll never know. And now it's going to come down to Chloe Covell. Can she take the lead? Momiji Nishiya stays in 3rd. Now it's between Chloe Covell, the Australian. She's won 3 of the last 4 stops. And Rayssa Leal, 2-time defending Super Crown champion. Couldn't have ridden a better script. Chloe Covell needs a 9.7 for the win.
All right, Chloe coming out, eyeing the kink hubba. Crooking it in. Almost lands the nollie flip out, but there you have it.
It's official. Rayssa Leal, winner, SLS San Diego.
Wow, the progression of women's skateboarding right now, the camaraderie. Love seeing these 2 battle it out. Rayssa was just looking unstoppable from the knockout rounds. And now she can just do a victory lap. I wonder what she's gonna do. Little roll up. It must feel really good to have won the contest and just kind of be like, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it makes you more nervous. Just like, whatever you want to do out there.
Yeah,
Pressure's off.
You're still looking at this 12 stair.
Yeah, exactly.
That can really do some damage. Crowd is fired up for Rayssa.
Oh my God! The queen kickflip back lip.
So perfect. Kickflip back lip. Icing on the cake.
So sick. She had another move just in case. She was ready. That was so sick. Incredible performance. Rayssa Leal. Just like unstoppable
Look at that.
talent. Yeah.
9 club. You heard it.
Finally, there we go.
She said she wanted some 9s.
There we go.
There we go.
She's like, didn't even realize it was a 9 until this moment. There's all your goals and more. Win the contest and get a 9 club. Win the contest before you get a 9 club.
So Rayssa getting her first SLS win of 2024 here in San Diego. But really just keeping an incredible streak going from the last few years. 2-time defending Super Crown champ and now winner, San Diego. We'll be back. Stick around. Street League Skateboarding is brought to you by Tech Deck. Start small, go big. By Bank of Brazil, proud sponsor of SLS. By G-Shock, the official timekeeper of Street League Skateboarding. And by TrueSkate. Download TrueSkate and unlock the SLS San Diego course to play like a pro. We just witnessed an absolutely incredible women's final here from SLS San Diego. Rayssa Leal doing what she does best, and that's skateboard like a winner.
I just love the maturity in Rayssa Leal skating. You're seeing progression in real time right here with Rayssa Leal taking the win, kick flip, a back lip, after she'd won the contest to get a 9 right there, putting it down.
Getting her first win of 2024. There are the final results. Rayssa Leal from Brazil up on top with a massive 33.9. The Australian, her nemesis, Covell, right there in second. And then it's all Japan. Momiji Nishiya now getting another third place. And our winner, Rayssa Leal, is with Andrew Cannon.
Rayssa, it has been you and Chloe going back to back. You're duking it out. How does it feel to have that level of competition here in SLS?
You know, when I was a little kid, was like me and Pamela always. Now I'm happy because Chloe is like, is up in the level, you know? It's growing a lot, and the tricks is like crazy tricks, and I'm happy to be with her in the park, to like have fun, to learn new tricks, and to have all the girls actually is like incredible.
All right, so it's been a little bit since the win. How does it feel to have the first win of the season under your belt?
I'm happy. I don't know, I was a little nervous when on the semifinals because the kickflip front board was not like good. But now I'm happy, like, well, I can't say no word, actually. I just want to say thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys, for supporting us, too. And, yeah.
Amazing. Well, congratulations. You're taking home the win here in San Diego and ending it on that amazing kickflip back lip and getting a 9. Amazing performance here tonight. Congratulations, Rayssa. Back to you.
Rayssa Leal doing it again with the win and taking home monster highest scoring trick with a career high 9.0 on the kickflip backside lip slide.
Yes, just like a commanding performance here from Rayssa.
Yeah, she handled it start to finish. There was never much question at all. Updated schedule right here for 2024. You see Rayssa Leal's name added to the list there from San Diego. We'll be moving on to 2 more stops in Las Vegas for Apex, and then in October, the 12th and 13th, heading down under to Sydney, Australia, then Tokyo, Japan in November, and the Super Crown Final, December 14 and 15 in Sao Paulo, Brazil. So what a day of skateboarding it's been so far with the women's final. Congratulations to all the skaters, but of course, especially Rayssa Leal for taking the win. So for Alex White, Andrew Cannon, everybody at SLS, I'm Paul Zitzer. Stick around. Men's final coming up at 7.